Hello, welcome back to Mark's House and Garden UK, where you can see that 2 tons of golden gravel have just been very skillfully delivered by MKM in Crewe. So let me talk to you about my experience of dealing with MKM whilst you watch some images of this gravel being very skillfully and very gently lowered into place. Now, builders merchants. I've had some experience of builders merchants in the past when I did some building work with my father-in-law. And I have to say, they seem to have changed dramatically since the old days when I used to go into builders merchants. It's almost like a retail experience. The first thing I must say to you is that I've not got a commercial relationship with MKM. I've not had anything for free, and I've not had any discounts. So everything you see and hear me say in this video, you can trust is completely impartial. Now, I have used MKM before because my experience last time was excellent, and my experience this time has been no less excellent, and I will be using them again. Let me tell you what happened from start to finish. So the first thing is you arrive at the MKM depot, and you find it to have plenty of parking, and you find it to be very clean and very open to the public. Now, I've always found builders merchants a little bit intimidating. That's not the case anymore. You're effectively going to a shop. And when you go inside that shop, you can see that there's shelves full of all kinds of DIY equipment. And then you're approached by some very helpful staff behind the counter. Now, I've had this gravel before, so I took a sample with me to make sure that I got the same thing again. And it was identified immediately as 10mm golden gravel, but had I not been able to take a sample, they have a large stock of different gravels to go and have a look at. So if you're not sure what you want or what to buy, you can go down to the depot and have a wander around the yard and choose one. Now, the prices, in my opinion, were very competitive. I've paid £189, I think, for 2 tons of golden gravel, and that includes free delivery. Now, I've always thought free delivery is a bit of a myth because the delivery has got to be included in that price, but £90 for a big bag of gravel delivered, to me, is a great price. In terms of delivery, I was basically told I could choose when it was delivered. It was completely up to me when it was delivered, and I didn't want it the next day. It could have been delivered the next day. I wanted it 2 days later. So it was arranged to be dropped 2 days later. Now, I live down a very long and very narrow country lane, and it's not easy. But Eddie made it look easy driving the truck down this lane. And at lunchtime on Thursday, my delivery arrived. Now, why did I say skillfully earlier? Because Eddie has to lift this gravel over a hedge and under a wire and past some trachycarpus trees. And I have to say, it must be like flying a helicopter, doing all those different tasks. So the stabilisers were laid into place, and the lift or the crane was put into action. And I stood and watched with amazement as Eddie lifted these 2 bags of golden gravel to the millimetre accuracy and just placed them exactly where I'd asked them to be placed. Originally, I had this idea of having them hanging in the air and using a Stanley knife to slit the bottom of the bag open and watch it pour out like a waterfall, but that's against the rules, apparently. We have to play by the rules. Health and safety is of vital importance. You can see that Eddie's got his hard hat on and his high vis, and I had to have this lowered into place. But no matter, because all I now have to do is to slit up the side of these bags and use my long handle Irish spade to place this gravel where I want it. All my plants are waiting in the wings, and I'll be able to push this gravel aside and cut through the weed fabric and plant into the ground below. I wanted golden gravel because I wanted to match the gravel at the parterre at the front of the house. I want it to look seamless, and I want a path to come through the middle of this border, and that's the effect I will have, and you'll be able to see that in a future video. So there it is, the gravel is delivered, it's in situ, it's waiting to be distributed. I'm excited about the prospect of putting this gravel in place, but I have to say, full marks to MKM. I will link to their website in the description box below this video. Please do use them if they can. They're getting my seal of approval. And I'll see you soon for some more arid bed adventures. Bye for now.